whoa, your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I whipped the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool.
We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the Soto district of seen a few moments ago. Here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First down.
They run here with Jason Huntley. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. A gain of 3, second down. These two rivals played two of the better games in the NFL a season ago. You remember Week 17, it was Dre Greenlaw stopping Jacob Hollister at the 1 to preserve a 26-21 49er win. And that wound up both winning them the NFC West and earning them the #1 seed. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll look to throw. They'll get this into the hands of Huntley. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Complete.
Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. See some head shaking on that defensive sideline because so much focus on taking away what he did last week as NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Big gain there for him to start.
I love your observation because you would think they'd be prepared for him after what he did the previous week. But sometimes that skill set actually intimidates a defense, and he used it to his great advantage.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll set up to throw. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's the option. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. It's their quarterback. 32 yards. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Defensively, they told us that the top priority was defending option plays this week, but here on the very first drive, the defense broke down a bit.
It certainly did, and it's really not a surprise because defending option football is difficult. You have to think too much. Most of the time, you just react to what you see and you play fast. Here you're reacting, you're processing. Do I have the back? Do I have the quarterback? Who do I take? Do I take on a blocker? And next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Here's Robinson. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Here we go, D, get off the field.
From the gun, it's Wilson. The 49ers get there. It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack...
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but now it'll be 3rd down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
The Seahawks send out their punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And taken at the 46. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On 2nd down now, Huntley. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. The gun. They'll look to throw. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
To number 82.
A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook. but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Check that.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
Now Huntley. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Running back. Again, the ball.
Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. A run with Huntley. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. They go play action with Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
Wilson's pass intended for John Ross. Incomplete.
The Seahawks send out their punter, standing just about on his own goal line. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
39-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
first down. He'll drop to throw it.
That's complete. It's Jason Huntley.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
Gain of 22 yards.
A good pickup there of 22.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
They'll run it here with Huntley.
Dances by him.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
At the 13-yard line.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Jason Huntley.
Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Niners 14. Seahawks nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
That result, really no surprise. That's what we're coming accustomed to with this #1 ranked rush defense.
And you study the game. Is this bringing back a few memories? Maybe the 85 Bears trying to move the ball against them, 2000 Ravens. Heck, how about the late 60s, early 70s Purple People Eaters, the Minnesota Vikings? Hard to move the ball against those types of teams.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
2-yard line.
Sacks a gross half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. John Ross, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, it's tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
First down, 49ers.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. On the run, it's Huntley. Shows his strength at the 50. There he goes left side. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. Give him 55 yards on the ground. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun to the end zone, but it's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd and goal. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
On 2nd down, Huntley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
The Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they've moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they wanted to attack.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
10-10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
7-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
4 on the carry. He was taken down at the 50-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a third-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
Back to throw now on 1st down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
George Kittle.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6. Back to throw again. And we'll throw here, that's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
Number 17.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
And the 49er 1st down.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has... The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. Then they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he stopped immediately there.
Ball carrier.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to small up the ball carrier.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a fourth down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
3-yard line.
2nd and 12. A quick throw now complete to Ross. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
And 14.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
A nice performance last week, recognized as NFC Player of the Week after going over 100 yards rushing. I just love the vision. I love the wiggle he has, but I also love the power when he ends his runs.
That's what impressed me. Yes, there was some elusiveness last week. A couple times he just ran over guys. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
On second down now, it's Hines. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 yards on the play, first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
15-yard line.
Now on second and 13. Wilson got a man open. It's Ross. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Fourth down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
I'm feeling like Will. I feel like a prince. I'm feeling myself. I'm loaded with bills. Cause I was a blessed with no fail. Don't know how it feels. I wanted to flex. They told me to chill. I'm making a flip. My life is a flick.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And now look at this. Big game and a fumble. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been doing something, double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT.
At their own 38-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This is sort of what you would call the put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Complete.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
And the 49er first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the fourth and final quarter. They'll look to throw here. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
The kicker.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Taken in at the 3. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. He's past the 30. He will score.
Touchdown, Seahawks.
I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. But still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the two-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
Complete to George.
That one goes for 24 yards.
Gain on the play.
They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many...
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 44. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
10 yards on the pickup.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback.
Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Good. Makes the score Niners 44, Seahawks 15.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Wilson.
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
18-yard line.
Draw play. This is Hines. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Various more on the tackle. Brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Wilson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
He lets it fly from Lockett, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tarvarius Moore, and the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
They'll take over.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
59 Mike, check, 59.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
49er first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This will be caught inside the 10.
The pass.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
At the 6-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
He was taken down.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. At the 30.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
The first throw here for the backup Garoppolo. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker Bobby Wagner. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
John Ross, the one he was looking for, but it's going to be 2nd down. To throw again, Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's going to go up top again. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And able to find Dorsett. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Wilson will throw again. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Lockett. Tyler Lockett. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. Again, Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Snags it for the pick.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give them a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rally.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
And the 49er hands team does its job. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they'll indeed take a knee.